All right, Big Man. Today is Monday. It is March 27th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports, Snake Draft Monday. Today we're joined on Zoom by Glenny Balls and Chris Klemmer. Glenny, it's been forever, bud. Welcome back.
I know. Was our last draft that Sopranos draft fucking a decade ago?
Dude, I think, was that 2021, dude?
We haven't had Glenn on since then?
Hey, what have I done? I've done The Sopranos. I did 4th of July. I did Breakfast.
Yeah, you crushed the breakfast one.
Dude, breakfast, you just piled
that
on.
That was like the 92 Dream Team against Angola. Yeah.
Oh, and you did jerseys, too.
Yeah.
Jerseys was fun. But yeah, those are the 4. This is my 5th one. Happy to be back. Yeah, definitely. I think this is the first one since Sopranos.
Well, you've moved on, Glenn. Like, now you're just palming Angela White's vagina for everyone to see like it's a Space Jam basketball, and you just don't have time for us.
Have you ever asked me and said no, Eddie?
No, I'm just fucking around.
Yeah.
You know you're my guy. Klemmer, how are you? Great to see you.
Good. Doing good. This is my second one. I'm excited. I did the game shows last year, but this is my my second one I've done. This is fun.
The return.
Yeah. How long have you been? You've been here a year now, Klemmer?
It'll be a year in July.
Okay.
So 8 months.
Okay.
Klemmer is interesting too because he's a box that I feel just keeps opening up. Like I was talking to Ken Jack. Apparently, you have some crazy takes, like all over the board. So
give me a take, Klemmer.
He's got crazy eyeballs. Look at it. You think that those eyeballs don't have a crazy brain behind them?
No, his tattoo thing is crazy.
What's his tattoo thing?
Explain
I
it.
have a tattoo.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys. I'll try to stand up. I don't know if you guys can get in the camera right now. Come and stand in this chair.
Do you know the story, Glenn?
What's going on here? We got
all right,
a Ninja
so
Turtle?
Him and his buddies, they got the Ninja Turtles tattooed on their calves.
Which one did you get?
Yeah. I got Raphael because I'm kind of like the
Are you a
smart
hothead?
ass, like the asshole of my group.
Okay. All right.
Okay, but here's what's crazy. There's only 3 of them in the group.
So who got left off?
So there's no Leonardo, and there's a debate. We've all been friends since we were 8 years old.
It's a leaderless
among
group.
us. What's that?
You have a leaderless group then.
We do. There's someone I think should be Leonardo, but the other friends fight me on it. So we haven't come to an agreement on who should Leonardo be. I don't know. I'm trying to work it out. We'll see. But we may. And here's the thing: if one of us dies, we have to get that other turtle tattooed as well. So if my buddy Michelangelo, if he dies when he's 70, we have to go and get Michelangelo tattooed on us to remember him.
With like angel's wings, because that would be kind of funny to me.
And Chris, you're how old?
I'm 43.
And when did you get the tattoo?
In my 20th high school reunion, so 4 years ago. 5 years ago.
That changes this story completely. I thought you were going to be like 18.
Got a 39.
No, I was 38. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Why'd you guys land on Ninja Turtles? Why not like
Because we played
The
with them
Simpsons?
when we were kids.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles are sweet.
That was my favorite cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, great cartoon.
I remember reading something somewhere, and I think I've said this to both of you guys, but like they say every group of 4 will eventually move into those roles. And so like somebody's going to be like the hothead asshole, somebody's going to be like the leader, someone's going to be the knucklehead, and someone's going to be the nerd. And I remember looking around our Chicago office, and it's like, fuck, I'm Donatello. I'm the fuck. He got the worst weapon. He's a fucking nerd. But that's probably what I am.
That's not really a take, though. I want a take from Klemmer.
Well,
give me a take.
I hate the Lord of the Rings movies. Oh, that's it. I mean, we're talking movies. That's it. That's a take. I don't know what else you want me to say.
That's a good take.
I mean, I hate them. They're boring. They go on forever. They're pointless. It's just a bunch of short people walking around in the woods.
I saw the first one in the theaters with my dad, and we both didn't realize it was a trilogy because we're idiots. And I was, I don't know, 15 or whatever. And when the first one ended, we were like, and everybody started clapping. The whole movie theater started clapping. I'm like, what the fuck? The movie's over? Like, why? Like, there was no ending. We didn't get it, though.
Yeah, right.
But I agree. They're just, like, I can watch them, but nah.
Yeah. Someone had their foot on something. There's like a buzz.
I don't hear nothing.
Now it's gone. So today's draft is the Rewatchable Movie Draft. And, well, first, congrats, Dave. You won last week.
And the week before.
Yeah, so you're on a hot
streak.
streak. Back to back, you have 2 golds. That's 1 more than me, 2 more than Chief. So the Rewatchable Movie Draft. Glenn, give me your interpretation on a rewatchable movie.
I mean, I guess it's a fairly easy interpretation, I would say. It's just a movie, whenever you see it on TV, it could be 1 minute in, it could be the last 20 minutes. You see it, you leave it on. It's just one of those movies. I think we all have those movies that when you see it, you watch it, and that's what we're going to be breaking down today.
I also personally, when I say rewatchable, I don't mean necessarily how good it is.
No, it
Yeah.
shouldn't be. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of these are good
Yeah,
that
of
I think are
course.
going to be drafted today, but rewatchable is the key word. Yeah, so that's the key. It's rewatchable. It's something that you could watch a million times over and not get sick of, and just like Glenn said, pick it up wherever you want. So we could just get into it. We'll get into the order, and then we'll get into what the rules are that we're kind of debating over. So first,
No. You need to fillet me more for my back-to-back wins.
no, I'm not doing that. I refuse. Harry, put 1 through 5 behind your back, please. Glenn, what number do you think it is, 1 through 5?
2.
Yes.
Wow, we know what's coming here.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go number 1 overall. You know what's up coming up.
1 through 4, Klemmer.
3.
No.
Chief.
2.
No.
1.
No.
4.
Yes.
I guess I'll take the 2 spot. 1 through 3, Klemmer.
2.
No.
Chief.
3.
No.
Fuck.
Dave.
1.
Yes.
I'll go 3.
1 or 2, Klemmer.
2.
Yes.
I'll take the 4 spot.
All right, Chief, you're 5. So Glenny, Eddie, White Sox, Dave, Klemmer, Chief. Okay, so the big debate here is, so we did categorize it. We could have left it open, but we think it's more fun because then you kind of have a finite group that's going to be taken, and then people are going to be mad. How did this not make it? It's like, well, you can only take 5 comedies. So comedy, action, animated, drama, and then the last one I left, miscellaneous. We went back and forth if miscellaneous should be the best of the rest, like sci-fi, horror, family, whatever, or if it could double up the categories. I think it's better if it's the best of the rest, but I'm open to changing. Anyone want to speak out?
I'd rather complain later.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather bitch and moan. When
Seems to be the theme.
It inconveniences me in a little bit.
Seems to be the theme.
So what are we doing?
Well, we're in debate here. Do you want to make miscellaneous? Can you double up? Can you take 2 comedies, or should it be the best of the rest that doesn't have a genre like horror, sci-fi, all the rest, family?
If we can make miscellaneous also rom-coms, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it can be that.
But
It's
I mean, rom-coms are so big in rewatchable history. I feel like we should be allowed to take a comedy and then a rom-com.
Klemmer, thoughts?
Yeah, why can't both things be true? Why can't it be horror, sci-fi, rom-coms, whatever it also...
If that's fine, then I think that's fair. Because it's very hard to like. I
I think
know if I
Glenny
wanna
does got a
say
good point with
I'm
I-
over a classic.
Glenny
Chad
sold
Atkins.
me on that.
Yeah.
Too.
That's fine with me. All
Okay.
right, we're gonna get
Almost-
into it.
almost
And
when
try
you
to
think, when you think
fucking-
rewatchable rom-com comes up. In your
Yeah,
brain.
That is
you're right.
true.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yes. Okay. Fine. That sounds great to me. Besides that, we should say
You kind
some of these movies have multiple genres,
Yeah.
so we will split that atom, as they say when we get to it.
Did I say that?
No, they don't. But I said it today. All right. Let's get it over with, Glenny. Take your plane movie.
All right, so I'm gonna take Goodfellas. It's pretty rewatchable. I've rewatched it many times in my life. I would say it's obvious. I think it's probably everyone's number 1. It's on AMC. It's on AMC more than The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad combined. It runs AMC. I get happy when I see it on AMC. I used to watch it every Friday on Delta. Delta has since taken it off. It's pretty fucked up. But I think we could all agree Goodfellas is the most rewatchable movie of all time. So I will be taking Goodfellas first pick overall.
Listen, we talked about this 3 weeks ago on the Oscar draft. I took it 2 overall when it came to the best picture that never won. Goodfellas
That
is
still
amazing.
blows my mind.
It's a you could debate it, but I'm not going to. It's a worthy 1-1. It's an awesome
I will also
movie.
say, and for as good of a movie it is, it's on TV all the time.
And I almost always stop on it. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's impossible not to.
Yeah.
I think I actually saw the clip one time of Leo saying if Goodfellas is on, Leo watches it no matter where it is. What's better than that?
It's an incredible movie. It's Scorsese's best. It's one of the greatest of all time, and it's so rewatchable. It just jumps to different periods. You have great characters. It's never boring. It's almost a perfect. It's one of the perfect movies out there. It's a brilliant film.
Even all the little side characters are great.
Yeah.
So it's an awesome movie.
Funny.
Yeah.
It's the bitch best.
It's good stuff.
Yep.
Good pick, Glenn. Good fellas. That's exactly what you wanted. You called your shot. You stepped to the plate.
Look how happy
I'm very
he
happy
is.
about it.
Look at little Glenny Balls.
I feel like Glenny could sign off right now and he'd be fine with
Yeah.
just
Oh,
having one on the
you want
board.
me to exit
yeah.
out? I will.
Yeah.
All right, it's to me. Man, I should have picked fifth or something. I don't know what I want to overall. I'm weaker in certain categories, but I also feel like that doesn't favor you if you go with your weakest. I feel like you always just need a heavy hitter.
This is best player available situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Or is it?
BPA.
Or is it? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go animated.
Ooh.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
This is already an off pick.
Ed didn't get Goodfellas and he's on tilt, but go ahead.
I'm happy. I'm confident with The Lion King. You
Yeah,
need
nice.
Everyone's going to need an animated. The Lion King, you could pop it on, and within seconds, you will hear a fucking tune that you'll be bopping your head to.
It's a toe tapper kind of
Yes.
one. Yeah.
Exactly.
I got it. Eddie, I got it. That's a great pick. If you're 8 years old.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
I was just talking to Kendrick about this before this. We pulled up best animated movies.
Dave, Glenn.
We pulled up best animated movies of Ken Jack before, and Lion King is 99 out of 100. I know this isn't best movies, but Lion King too. I think Lion King is easily the best animated movie of all time. It's fantastic, great redemption story. Who doesn't love Simba? Seeing Simba just whack the fuck out of Scar. Does he kill Scar at the end? I don't really
No,
remember.
the hyenas do. You doofus.
Well, he
The
throws
hyenas
him off
doing
the
it. Yeah,
Pride
right.
Rock, and then the
Yeah.
hyenas take him apart.
Yeah, it was
I haven't
mutiny.
seen the end in a long time.
Now,
No
But it's
spoilers.
Fantastic movie.
that's a good point, though, Glenn. While it may be the best animated film of all time, I am standing by the rewatchability.
Oh, it's got a ton of
Definitely.
it. Yeah, if it's
Yeah.
on Freeform, I'm watching it.
Do you
No,
think? Do you think Simba palmed Nala in that scene?
Absolutely. Did you see the ice
Also,
she gave him?
one of the bigger smoke shows in history of film, Nala.
That's fact.
Everybody knows
Per
that.
gas, not per me.
No, don't let gas steal your girl.
That's not my girl. Where did that
It
ever
was just
come
an
from?
observation that she had fucked me eyes.
Yeah.
When she laid back like that. Which
Yeah,
is
it's an observation
is
that Dave had
absolutely
8
true.
times separately on Twitter throughout his Twitter history.
Which is, and I laugh every single time because I feel like it's always on this time of year. On
I'll be flipping through.
yeah.
I mean, it's on plenty on Freeform
Right.
a few times a year, but I'll even preface it by saying, hey, Lion King's on Twitter. Like, the tweets come in 20 minutes. And people, sit there just refreshing their phone, waiting for that.
Even
tweet.
Klemmer called me an 8-year-old.
Yeah,
fuck?
Klemmer,
Yeah,
what
I
the
mean, it's your first pick, and you're picking the Lion.
Fucking,
It's
fucking
a fine
Ninja Turtle
cartoon,
tattoos at age 39 is calling
Yeah.
you an 8-year-old.
That's right. That's right.
Clemmer,
No.
you're gonna have to take an animated.
I know, but I'm not gonna take it first.
I think it's arguable. Well,
Glenny,
whatever.
hold on. What year were you born?
Me?
Glenny? Like 95, 96?
You'd say me?
Yeah, Glenny.
96.
So you were, I remember waiting, because this is what we used to have to do when we were kids, waiting for the release date for The Lion King to come out on VHS. Everybody in school had it fucking bookmarked. All the parents had it bookmarked because they even loved it. The Lion King is one of the all-time great movies.
I'll actually be interested to see if anyone could beat that for animated.
Have you?
I'll be interested to see.
I think
it.
there's
better
a
ones,
few.
but we're watchable. I stand by it.
Is the live one any good? I never actually saw it.
Fucking
Didn't-
hated it.
Don't
Yeah.
care.
Okay. Fuck it.
Gross. White Sox, Dave, you're up.
I'm going with one that is so rewatchable that it was turned into a verb. I got Shawshanked. I'm going with Shawshank. It literally got turned into a verb. If you can get Shawshanked by other movies, like I got Shawshanked by The Lion King. That's how rewatchable Shawshank Redemption's on. If it's not even like you want to rewatch it, it's like I always use this analogy. It's one of those flies flying into the purple bug zappers. Like you just have to go to it, and you watch it.
Yeah, I
doesn't
could tell
like.
that was Clemmer's pick.
I think
Yeah,
it's.
and that's-
I think
that's
that should be the number one pick of the draft.
I completely agree, Dave. That's the most rewatchable movie of all time. It's not Goodfellas. Goodfellas is great. It's a better movie, maybe, or whatever you can have that argument. but Shawshank is the most rewatchable movie ever.
Let's
Hey,
say
you know what I
that
recommend the most here? Doesn't AMC have both of them?
Well, they're both on all.
We're on sync.
Yeah.
it's a great channel.
Listen, I love Shawshank Redemption. Can I poke a few holes? Not even poke a few holes. Can I ask a few questions? It seems like it's on the most more than any movie, so that could factor into it, right?
I would say it's a top 3 to 5 most watched movie of my life.
Oh, most played, yes.
Yeah, that I've watched.
And I love it. Like I said, I think it's a great movie. But I don't find myself enjoying it as much as some of the other ones.
I would agree with that, but it is. I mean, it got that Shawshanked
For a reason.
verb for a reason, and the first time that I ever saw it, I was probably, I don't know, 12, something like that, 12, 14. It was just on TNT or USA or like one of those two stations. And I remember being like, this movie's fucking incredible. And
It's amazing.
And it is. And like, it's like Goodfellas. I don't know if I would watch it through a commercial the way I would with Shawshank. Like I don't do this anymore because I've seen it 10,000 times, so I don't have to. But back in the day, I would watch it and then like just not even bother to turn the channel on the commercial. Like get up and then come back and keep watching the movie, and that's very rare.
And one thing with Shawshank that obviously the Lion King this doesn't count for, but for Goodfellas, I don't know if I'd want to watch TV edited cuts where they take out all the swears and some of the violence and that kind of stuff. Like you have to. You don't have to, obviously. Goodfellas is insanely rewatchable, but it's always better on the like streaming or DVD or VHS or whatever. Shawshank, that you don't have that problem because it's not violent. They're not really swearing much. It's just the most rewatchable movie ever.
My only beef with Shawshank, though, is when I'm rewatching a movie, it's hard for me to want to rewatch a more serious movie like Shawshank. Obviously, Goodfellas is a serious movie, but it's also basically I have comedy in my brain. That's just why I prefer Goodfellas to Shawshank. I think Shawshank's a tad more serious.
Great. Klemmer, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, Shawshank was a great pick. So was Goodfellas. I'm going to go with kind of my holy trinity of rewatchable movies. And my third one is The Godfather. That, to me, is not only the greatest film of all time, which I know isn't what we're doing here necessarily, but it also is just so rewatchable. You have, once again, kind of like Goodfellas, you have like these great side characters. You have an amazing performance of Pacino where he goes from good to evil, like in front of you. And they go to Italy halfway through. He's just so much going on with it. Bizarre Brando performance. It's everything. It's the greatest movie of all time, and it's immediately rewatchable.
My only beef with Godfather is I think it feels like a better rewatch movie when you catch it once every 3 to 5 years.
That's how I am too. It's
I
so
agree.
long.
I don't find it that rewatchable.
I don't think it's rewatchable really at all.
I'm with Klemmer. It's another one that's on AMC, and I feel like they always do the marathon around Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I will, same thing. Like I'm stopping on The Godfather. Like,
Really?
yeah.
I like to sit down and soak it all in. I don't like to catch
Right.
it where random
That's how
parts.
I am too.
But all the random parts are good.
But if I'm doing it, I want all 3 hours. I don't want to start.
That's how I'm on Ed's side with this one. Love the movie, but if I'm watching The Godfather, I'm watching start to finish. It's not like a pick up at a commercial and watch it through for me. Like I have to have the whole.
If it's on AMC and it's an hour in, if you see, Michael's walking to that Italian restaurant, like you're not changing the channel. Like you're sticking with The Godfather until it's over.
Oh, I'm changing the channel. But
Yeah, I'm a
but I
Godfather
love
lover
it,
too.
and I'll stop on it. But it's on AMC. If you want to stick with it, that's a 5-hour experience because of the commercials. So I'm probably not doing that. But I think it's a great pick.
I don't think it's.
I mean,
very
it's good
pick.
for the graphic, but if the people really dig into it, I disagree. I think
the
Klemmer
length-
would love to have Lion King right there.
Oh, that's bad. You're so fighting over Shawshank and The Godfather. I just want to, that's on record.
It's
I mean,
on
I don't
record,
think-
but I'm.
I think Lion King's a way better pick than The Godfather. The Godfather's such a marathon. It's like you need to take a week off of work to watch
Yeah,
it.
I'm not arguing what's the better movie.
It's
No,
20
yeah.
minutes longer than Goodfellas. It's the same length as Goodfellas.
It feels longer though.
I think because a lot of times they run them back to back too.
We got to listen
It's
intently.
slower. It just boils down to the Goodfellas, Godfather. Godfather's the old calf. Goodfellas is the young bull.
Yeah.
The Goodfellas has a slight edge just because it's funnier. Like that is
so-
there's no like
so
funny
funny.
moments in The Godfather.
Yeah.
I don't think
Chief.
they told a
Chief.
single joke in The
Godfather, then we'll
Godfather.
All right. I'll go with a drama. Another AMC staple, which I believe is on Netflix or one of the streaming services I have now. I'll take Gladiator. I think Gladiator is a fucking awesome, rewatchable movie. Another one where it doesn't matter where you pick it up. Like it's going to be entertaining no matter if you're in the beginning, you're at the end. You're going to enjoy the story, the characters. So I and the action's fucking great in it too. And I'm a history guy, so I'm taking
How
Gladiator for my
historically
drama.
accurate is that movie? I think it's like not.
I
completely
actually
butchered,
don't know.
right?
I don't know. I mean, I know Marcus Aurelius is like a
right,
real person.
right.
He's like the founder of the Stoics. And I know he had a shitty son, but I think they probably took liberties.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And it's like it's just a 2,000-year-old story, so it'd be impossible to get. It's like a game of telephone.
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
so.
I know what you mean. I think it's a fantastic pick. Gladiator.
Any thoughts on Gladiator, Glenn Klemmer?
It's embarrassing to say I've never seen Gladiator.
Ooh.
Listen, I've never seen it either. I've seen parts of it, but here's why.
Movie night at Dave's house, Gladiator.
It'd actually be fucking
It
awesome.
would be.
It would be
So,
awesome.
I
I like to. Brad Pitt, Russell Crowe, right? Seems
Yeah.
great.
No,
And
that's
No,
Troy.
that movie's
Oh,
like not very
But
good.
it was Gladiator.
Gladiator's
Joaquin
Russell
Phoenix.
Crowe.
Yeah.
And
Russell
Joaquin-
Crowe.
and
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he does the.
yes,
Yes.
See, my thing is
Yeah.
I was always like a hardo, and I admit I was always like, fuck that Camelot bullshit. Like I'm not doing that.
Camelot?
I know
It's
I
fucking
know.
awesome sword fighting and shit.
I know,
They send
but I was
lions after
still,
these
but I
guys.
was still like that's why I was so late to Game of Thrones, but because like I always had like this Lord of the Ring, like
with Gladiator.
yeah, for some
Okay.
reason it like fit in that like
Okay.
scope. It shouldn't have. I'm saying
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I was stupid, but now that I like Game of Thrones, I'm gonna go back and watch. Actually,
Don't watch it. We'll do movie night at Dave's house.
Yeah, I actually
Well,
want to do this.
I was saying that. So this is going to be a new segment on Dog Walk this week, actually on Thursday, where I'm just going to watch a movie I've never seen with two other people who haven't seen it, and then we're going to talk about it. So this week on Thursday, me, Rico, and Robbie are going to talk about Taxi Driver. None of us have ever seen it, so I'm excited for it.
You didn't invite me to that. I've never seen Taxi Driver either.
All right, well, we'll find a movie for you. This is going to be a recurring series, so there's going to be mixing cast. All four of you will be invited at some
That's
point.
with De Niro too, right?
Me and Glenny got to do
Yeah.
Gladiator though. We never
Yes,
seen
it
it.
is.
You know, little fun fact. I actually watched Taxi Driver in in my American cinema class at UAlbany about 8 years ago. Watched that, The Graduate,
Graduate's great.
Midnight Cowboy.
I love it. What do you? Any thoughts on Gladiator, Klemmer?
Yeah, I don't really love it. It's fine. I think the story is pretty mid. The action sequences are great. Good performances. I'm not a huge fan of that era of like that kind of sword play. I'm not a big Game of Thrones fan. So it's fine. I don't.
No
except
wonder he
there's
didn't get a tattoo of
One
Leonardo.
Best Picture. It's a pretty weak Best Picture winner, but it's fine.
I think that part of what makes it so rewatchable is that it's kind of mindless. It's like the plot is very
Is that rewatchable
easy,
though?
but it's like a dude movie. It's just fucking sweet.
Dude, look,
I don't
as
know
far
if it's
as
that rewatchable, though.
opening scenes of a movie too, when they're in Germania, and you haven't seen it, but they have this scene where they have the Roman legions march up and they're fighting these basically fucking barbarians from Germany, and they just have their they just do like archery and they just shoot these flaming arrows into the woods. It is like a very visually like, what am I getting myself into? This is gonna be fucking sick.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, Chief, you're up again. I would like to note, very interesting, 4 dramas in the first round. I don't know if we've ever had 4 categories go in the first like that. So I'm the only one. I guess I'm going to take
You
it in
can
the first
just
round.
Yeah.
just coast now. Here's one thing about Gladiator. I don't think I've ever seen it start to finish, but I've seen every part of it like 1,000 different times.
Because it's
Pieced it
rewatchable.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Chief, you're up again.
All right, I'm going miscellaneous. I'm going Christmas. I'm going Die Hard. So
That would have been my next pick.
for real?
Get
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck out of here.
What?
Die Hard is his own. It's the like most rewatch. It's so rewatchable. How do you say that?
Wait,
What's the get the fuck out of
you
here?
know what you're trying
Glenn?
to do.
You're counting Mr. Miscellaneous? So you're
Yeah,
action-
it's Christmas.
Oh,
It's
you
fucking Christmas. What are you talking
This is
about?
action, you
That's
jack
John-
off.
No,
It
this
is.
is a fucking
Shut up.
Christmas movie.
No.
I only
That's an
watch it
action
at
movie.
Christmas.
No.
It's
It's
set
an,
in.
Pain is the ultimate action movie.
That's like
Yes.
me saying
Listen,
I'm taking
guys.
Superbad as my miscellaneous rom-com because he likes jewels in it.
Yeah. This is action or you remove yourself, sir.
This is bullshit.
You know
Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, fine. I want it. I'll take it as action, but I got another one on my list. And if you guys don't let me take it as miscellaneous, so help me God, I will throw a temper tantrum on the internet.
Asshole.
Fine. I take it as my action.
Okay. Die Hard's great.
Thanks. You fucked up my whole strategy now, you guys.
Oh, stop. Like, you thought you were going to get away with that. You knew what you were doing. You had a shit-eating grin on your face the whole time.
Yes, but when Dave said this was going to be my next pick, I was just like, all right, like maybe I'll just sneak it in here and get it in the category that I want. But you guys, I had a plan, and now I'm
A pioneer, Bruce Willis. An action hero who was not overly jacked and was just kind of looked like a normal dude. So it broke barriers.
Yeah, that's true too. It's a good point.
Yes,
yeah,
it did.
it's just a normal street cop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great movie, Die Hard.
And
Never seen it. Go
it's
see
really
I
sad
saw
it's
Die
not for
Hard in the
Bruce Willis.
theaters. I'm old enough to have seen the original in the theaters, and people were like, it was such an exciting, different movie. Like, you walked out and you were just like, I can't believe what I just saw. It was such a, and it holds up really well.
Yippee
Super
ki-yay,
rewatch-
motherfucker!
Oh, so many great lines. John McClane character is fantastic. Bruce Willis is so good. I love that. Great villains. Alan Rickman is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
That is a
awesome.
fantastic pick.
Yeah. I think that's better than your first pick, but Die Hard's good. Klemmer, you're up again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with action as well, and I'm gonna go with The Dark Knight. I think that the Heath Ledger performance is fantastic, but also you have the fun Two-Face stuff. You got Christian Bale, you got Morgan Freeman. It's one of those movies that the way it's shot too, it's really interesting. Some of the stuff Nolan did, like just think of like that initial frame of like the guy holding the clown mask. You see it from behind.
Yeah.
You know, or the Batmobile running around in Chicago, or just an interesting look to the movie. And I never get bored of it. I can watch it over and over again, visually, dialogue-wise. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Dark Knight, same thing. It was the number 1 overall pick 4 weeks ago in the Oscar draft. Enough said, right? The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
To prove Klemmer,
shot here.
his pick being good, I got it on bootleg from a cousin that was overseas in the military, and she sent it to us like the week it came in theaters or something. It was like a couple weeks. I watched it back to back. I finished it and started again in my dorm room in college. So I think it's a home run. pick.
Instant
Yeah.
rewatchable
An
for college
instant
college
rewatch.
shocks, Dave. Glenn, you don't like
And the
Dark
bro
Knight?
pad.
I've honestly, like, listen, you guys are going to call me stupid. I know I'm in the minority. I've actually never been a Dark Knight guy.
Really?
Once again, I don't like my superhero movies to be that serious, so I've just never personally been a Dark Knight guy. But I'm not going to sit here and say it's a bad pick. It's The Dark Knight. Obviously, it's one of the best movies ever.
Yeah, I like it, but I'm not a superhero genre in general, so it didn't even pop in my head.
How about this? I'll give you a take on The Dark Knight. I think the most rewatchable part is the opening scene. And then I feel like after I watch that clown bank robbery with the school buses, I'm like, all right, I could probably clock out. I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But that first scene is maybe one of the most rewatchable scenes
no, you got
ever.
the
You gotta
scene
go through
with
the
Heath
hospital
Ledger. With the Joker talking to Two-Face in the hospital, like that's fantastic.
Basically
Or how about
playing
when
Russian roulette.
Joker walks in and the gang is all those crime guys are all there. He's like, "Want to see a magic trick?" That's some good stuff.
Dave, can you give us your Joker? It's been a while.
Let me try to channel it. Hold on. Give me a second. My father was a drinker and a fiend. And one day he goes off crazier than usual. It's pretty good.
Thank you, Dave. That was
I think
good.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it is pretty
I think
good.
it's great.
It's the second
Mom
best.
gets
It's the second best
not
one at the company.
One bit. Who's the first?
Tommy Smokes does like an incredible one.
Really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I've never heard it, I
Yeah.
don't think.
Yeah,
I'll have to
it's
have
very
a,
frightening.
I'll have to have a Joker off with them sometime soon.
We
for
should
the
do a
mid-show.
podcast where you guys talk like the Joker the whole time. That'd be great.
I couldn't keep character for that long.
No, there's a ton of great scenes, though. Let's say that. White Sox, Dave, you're up again.
I'm going to go to the comedy well, and I think this is probably the movie I've watched more than any other movie in my entire life, and I'm going with Dumb and Dumber. I've seen that movie probably 100 times start to finish.
That was
I used to watch it on road trips in the big ass conversion van with the little middle console TV that was like, a 4x4 screen. It's the dumbest fucking movie ever, obviously, per the title, but it's just it's It's Dumb and Dumber. It's
It
hilarious.
is.
It's Dumb and Dumber.
It's a very good pick, but I've seen it so many times that I don't think I ever need to see it again. Like I never stop
come
on it when
on.
it's on TV. but
Really?
yeah.
That's
But it's I've seen it a million times. It's great. But like if I was slipping through and it was on TBS, I'm not stopping.
I am stopping every single time Dumb and Dumber is on. Every single time Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb
is
and
on.
Dumber is great.
It
There's
is.
and there's so many in it. That's why it's so rewatchable. There's so much stuff going on. It's not like a setup joke. You'll have joke. So it's always something to laugh at. Those guys are always doing just ridiculous things. Carrie's performance is so, even the stuff he does with his face is just funny. I don't know. I could watch Dumb and Dumber over and over again. It's very fun.
Yeah, especially when they get to Aspen and it's just like they get the money and there's being morons for
Yeah.
like a half hour.
Look, it's a hilarious movie.
He like pulls the money out like it's a gun, and the guy puts it.
Yeah.
He just hands him a stack of like 10. Here you go.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is very high on my comedy list. I was between this and a couple others, so I like it.
Can I just say one thing about 1994 for Jim Carrey? So in one year,
Yep.
had Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber all came out in the same calendar year. Like it's the greatest year for any comedian actor ever. Like
Yep.
1994 was, I mean, that's the pinnacle.
You're right. We
Does
actually
anybody
did
ever-
a 1994 draft before because that whole year was loaded with movies in general.
Oh yeah, you got Shawshank, Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction. Like there's so many movies that came out in 94.
The Lion King was 94. I
Yep,
believe.
it was.
Yeah,
Was it?
I believe so.
you're
Yeah.
Okay. It is back to me. I'm gonna go action. This is always on TV, and it always gets me.
scared
So,
that-
what?
Scared what you're about to take, Ed.
I'm going Swayze. I'm going Roadhouse.
Ooh, nice.
Never seen it.
Really?
Roadhouse.
You've never
seen
seen
it.
fucking Roadhouse?
Never seen it.
It's like the best bad movie of all time.
It's awesome.
That's a snake draft we have to have.
It's so horrible.
It's not that bad.
oh yes,
No,
it is.
it's not.
It's a horrible movie, but I enjoy it. But it's
That's
fucking
pretty,
horrible.
It's pretty stupid. Eddie.
I've never seen
down
it.
it.
People
Read
love
it.
it. I want to see it.
Dude, Glenn, Roadhouse fucks.
I only really know it because I remember in Fever Pitch, it's one of my favorite movies ever. I know people hate it. I fucking love Fever Pitch. After Jimmy Fallon cleans up my Girl I Kissed, Drew Barrymore apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my sick movie. I always rewatch. She says, "What's yours?" Annie Hall, and he goes, "Oh my God, same Roadhouse." So I took.
I love Roadhouse. Maybe fall in love with Runaround Sue because that guy, the blind
Yep.
band man plays it.
Yep.
The villains are great. The bar, the Double Deuce is great. It has a lot going on that just
I
makes
would
it so
like
rewatchable.
to go to a bar like that
Fuck
where you
yeah.
can just
Oh.
throw glass bottles at chicken wire at the band.
Sounds like my idea, pal.
What do you mean?
That I had with Dante.
I don't remember that. Was I sitting in on that?
Yeah, you were here. It was on the mid show about like the Titanic bar and about.
Oh
the
yeah.
Big Pub.
Oh,
So,
that idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
That- I don't
yeah.
remember. I just didn't remember bringing
Yeah,
up
yeah,
the
yeah,
Roadhouse
but-
bar specifically. But
I didn't bring it up specifically.
Okay.
But it is rewatchable. We can
Roadhouse
agree on that.
Roadhouse is a great movie if you want to like get like really shit-faced drunk and like watch something. So if I'm like bombed and I'm like, all right, it's Saturday nights, 1 a.m. I'm just sitting on my couch, I'm drunk, I'll throw on Roadhouse or something. And so I guess to that extent it is rewatchable, but like I it's not a good movie.
it's horrible. But I
that's
like
also
it.
not. Sorry.
I think horrible's a little too harsh. But
Oh, Ed.
There needs to be a better like English word for a movie that completely sucks, but it's good at the same time.
it's cheesy as fuck. But it's rewatchable as hell, and I love it.
They
so.
have the one guy, I can never remember his name, but he's got the greatest voice of all time. He's like probably the second lead, Sam Elliott.
oh,
Sam
wait.
Elliott.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott,
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders.
Glenny, you're
True.
back.
No. Sam Elliott is like the white hair old guy. He does like the chorus.
up?
I was thinking
fella?
Sam Neill.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sam Neill's the guy from Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that.
That's right.
For,
I'm gonna go with a comedy here. So this is a hill I always talk about. A hill I happily always die. And I think I mentioned it on this show. I think best comedies or just favorite comedies are different.
Yep.
There's a lot of great comedies out there. I'm gonna go with I think it's the most rewatchable comedy. It is always on TV.
Can I say it?
If I see it, it's an automatic watch for me. I'm going Big Daddy.
Yeah, I knew that's what it was going to be.
Big Daddy is one of the most. I'm on record saying Big Daddy is the best movie of all time. All in all, in my
Big
opinion,
Dad's a great movie.
Glenn, that was in
perfectly
my.
funny.
Yeah.
It's funnier than you remember. There's great characters. You got Schneider as the delivery guy. You got Mr. Hurley. He got all his friends as the lawyers. Yeah, Leslie Mann is in it. There's just so many great characters. Sandler's amazing. The Sprouse twins are amazing.
The
I think
goddamn
the twist
Jets.
scene is one of the funnier scenes in comedy history. Big Daddy is my comedy pick, bar none. Rewatchable comedy.
Glenn, that was in my top 3. Same with Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Same with Dumb and Dumber. I really love Big Daddy. It's Ken Jack posted a clip yesterday. Actually, it's fucking hilarious. It's so underrated. You look like you're
And
about
I'm
to
not
shit
even
on
saying
it.
it's like the
I
funniest
don't like
movie
it.
ever.
You don't
It's a
like
great
it,
movie.
period?
I'm not a big. I've never been a Big Daddy. I've tried it 1,000 times over.
Oh, I love Big Daddy.
It'll also tug on your heartstrings, Dave. It's the perfect comedy movie.
Yes,
It
dude.
gets sad. It's funny. It's amazing.
What do you mean, Klemmer? You look like that's not sad. Sonny didn't get his kid. Show some compassion.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, to have it, called the greatest comedy of all time, one of the greatest movies of all time.
I'm not.
I think
I'm
that's
I
more
think it's perfect.
appropriately put. It's fine. I think.
I really like it.
It's not even one of Adam Sandler's 3 best movies.
Not even
I mean, you
close.
got
I think it
Happy
is.
Gilmore, Wedding Singer are all better than.
There's something about. Well, are we allowed to mention other movies here? Is that allowed?
I mean, we're not
no.
supposed to, but
I
Klemmer's
don't want
breaking
to,
the rule
but
every single pick.
Either way,
so.
I think Big Daddy is rewatchable than 2 other comedies that I think are way better movies. But I think Big Daddy is just it's just fantastic.
I could not agree more. I think it's a fantastic pick. The characters, Dave. Fucking Buscemi being the fucking bum, dude.
Yes, there's so many great characters in Big Daddy.
He's eating the cantaloupe in the fucking
I don't
courthouse.
hate it.
You're mad at your dad, not at me. I forgive you.
Of that era of Sandler, I don't think it holds a candle to Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore. I don't, or The Wedding Singer.
Dave, I will say, I think Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore are funnier movies. I think Big Daddy's just a better movie, though. I think funnier and better are different things.
No,
And
yeah, I know what you mean.
Watch.
Glenn, I love the pick. You could make your 3rd rounder.
And then I'm gonna go with 3. I'm gonna go action. I'm not very deep in action here. I'm just gonna go quick with the man, the myth, the legend, and go with Neeson. I'm gonna take Taken.
That's okay. Like I said, I'd never seen Roadhouse. I think Taken also completely fucking sucks, but I'll watch it every time it's on TV.
Oh, see, I think
It's
Taken's a better movie
just
than
fucking-
Roadhouse.
It's
Liam
so
Neeson's killing,
cheesy, dude.
Rebels for 3 hours. It's awesome.
Dude, it's I
Taken
can't.
has one good scene. It's just a movie with one very good scene, and the rest of the other. I know it's a very short movie too, but the other 80 minutes are boring.
But I'm starting to realize me and you have very different movie tastes.
You guys are very different people.
Yes,
I don't know why I get it, but I like your fucking movie taste.
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I will say that one scene is fantastic. I could watch that scene over and over again. Where he's on the phone. She's hiding. That's really well done. But after that, I'm just bored watching him just
Good
run around
luck.
Europe. All right, I'm good.
The
Said no one
scene
ever.
Where they're driving out of that industrial plant or whatever, and he's how does he not get shot? They're 5 fucking feet from him with assault rifles. How does
That's
he
the point
dodge
of
these
it.
bullets?
Dave, you've been hunting.
I'm
It's
actually
hard.
pretty sure there's a scene in Taken 3 where he falls down an elevator shaft 20 stories that's on fire, and he just walks out. It's awesome.
I think I like Taken. I
It is very rewatchable.
but I think Klemmer's onto something. Same thing. After the Taken scene, so to speak, after she gets pulled out from under the bed, then I'm fine. I'm all right. I'm all set.
So I like when he finds out that who's in on it, where he's his buddy, and
Yeah.
he goes into that scene. He's at his apartment, who used to be his old counterpart in Paris, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're in on it!" And he had taken the bullets out of his gun. You don't even remember what a loaded gun feels like. The weight. I feel like there's lots of good little suspenseful moments throughout that movie. I like the pick, but I would say that I never had any interest in Taken 2 or 3.
No,
gotta say.
I
So
did, yeah.
that.
Never seen him.
My main reason for taking that there is I'm not very deep in action.
Okay.
I think it is incredibly rewatchable, but for me, like I said, I've never seen Roadhouse. I think it's just a very fun but completely fucking stupid movie
Yeah.
at the same time.
Good pick though. It is a rewatchable movie.
It's very rewatchable.
All right. To me, I'm gonna go with miscellaneous. You let me know if this counts because I think it's a family movie.
I'm ready to have it not count.
Okay. One of my favorites all time. I'm going with the Goonies.
Fine.
I agree.
Fuck
I'm
you.
under miscellaneous.
I knew you were gonna
Okay.
take
Yep.
that, and I knew that's why you kept mentioning family as a category as miscellaneous.
Oh, this little rat.
I know.
Yeah,
like,
that's
he's
exactly
like,
that's exactly
it's
what
like,
it
you know,
was. Yeah.
sci-fi family, like you know,
what a
we
little
got to
rat.
think about family movies. What about family movies? He said it 5,000-6,000 times in the lead up to this, and it's like
That's
this
exactly what it
This
was.
fucking guy is paving the way for him to take Goonies. That's exactly why you did that.
You act like ABC Family wasn't a channel. The family is a genre. Okay.
I
Yeah.
think that's a very. I think I'm up with that.
I'm not vetoing,
No.
but that was your motivation all along. Like you
It's
wanted
a genre.
No,
Look at him turn all red over
He
here.
knows,
Yeah, he
No,
knows it.
just Klemmer, speak. Don't.
No, so why I have under miscellaneous, I have my top 5 movies, and it was third on my list under miscellaneous. Goonies, under the rules of our game, is clearly miscellaneous, and it's an amazingly watchable movie. Richard Donner, great directing job, keeps the pace moving. Spielberg was involved. You have a great cast of young kids. That movie is maybe the most rewatchable family movie you'll ever cut.
100%.
What's
One-eyed
Date up to
Willie.
these days?
Come on, Dave. You can't be serious.
That actually, I have no fucking clue.
Are you serious, dude?
I don't know what he's up to.
I'm not up to anything.
He just won Best Supporting
Guy,
Actor.
come
Oh
on.
yeah, duh.
Oh, I had,
Yeah, yeah.
I honestly
He won
had.
an Oscar last week.
Sorry,
I did it.
sorry.
I haven't
and I
seen the
loved that
movie.
movie. That was like one of my favorite movies that came out in a long time. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah,
So,
I swear to God, I didn't know that was him. I haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah, he just won. I mean,
Yeah.
it was all over Twitter.
yeah. Well,
I
Dave locks off at night. You know that.
I log off for award show Twitter because I don't need all the hot
Good
takes.
Lord. One of my favorites of all time. It's
It's too many libs on there, right?
it's beautiful, dude.
Yeah,
It's beautiful. So the Goonies.
Yeah, good family miscellaneous.
Is
pick.
it not a rewatchable movie?
It is.
Be honest
no,
about it.
don't even try to fucking say like this could have gone 1-1. I think.
I'm with you, but my whole point is that he was being sly about it the whole time.
Look at it, he's still turning
He
red.
knows.
I'm not.
I can't
He's got
take
that little
I
grin.
can't take a Christmas movie, but he can take the Goonies.
Sloth and Chunk's relationship. It's I
They're
could,
like brothers.
It's a great movie.
I could go on and on. Chester Copperpot. White Sox Dave, you're up.
Hey, you guys, what's Brendan Fraser up to lately? You haven't heard him in the news lately.
I
What's
don't
he been
know.
doing?
I mean, I don't. I said Data because I don't know his real
He
name.
was in The Mummy. You're up, Dave.
What is his real name?
That I actually don't know. Klemmer, you would know.
Key Kwan, I believe his name is.
Yeah, so I saw that everywhere. Obviously, I just didn't know that was Data. So forgive me.
It
The
is.
internet can proceed with their bullying now. So I had a drama and a comedy. I'm going to go with action. I'm going to go with the movie I just rewatched on TV about a week ago for the 18 billionth time. I'm going to go with Independence Day.
What did you take this as?
Action.
Okay.
And that's a great pick. Love Independence Day.
I love it. Kind of corny, very cheesy, stupid
the-
lines like
you
"Welcome
give
to
me the
Earth."
track down
but
of the
I
days?
fucking love it. I saw that at Epcot.
You know,
You
you're,
used to go.
you're
to
still
Epcot, right?
waiting constantly for them to actually get the aliens. I think it's great.
Yeah. I remember we were visiting family on the Jersey Shore. We saw it in the theater, and it was like, that was the best movie I have. I was 10. It was like one of my first like PG-13 movies, I feel like. I'm like, that's the best movie of all time. And we walked out, and there was like a legitimate hurricane. And we were like trapped in a flood. So then we had to go back in the movie theater for like refuge, and we watched it again, and it was awesome the second time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think one of the things that helps a movie like Independence Day and Goodfellas, oddly enough, is that you have a bunch of different characters in a bunch of different settings. And and it's kind of, I think when you can jump from character to character, it makes it more rewatchable because you're never kind of stuck with the same people. Whereas something like Independence Day, we have like 8 different main characters. I think it makes it more fun to watch again because you might, I forgot about that guy, and you kind of go on that journey with those different people.
There's a word for that. I just can't think of what it is, but I think that's a very good point.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah, that's another draft I want to do. Movies that are shot in different settings, like that constantly are keep.
What is the
moving.
word for that? I
don't
feel
know.
like I'm like blanking on something from English class.
I don't know. I'll be honest. Independence Day, I like it. I think it's one of my favorite Will Smith performances.
Mm-hmm.
But rewatchability, like I could do without it.
It's cheap thrills. Like for me,
I could do without it.
rewatchability is something you can kind of just shut off your brain and throw it on. You don't really need to think about it. Independence Day fits that to a T. Because it's PG-13 kind of cheap plot line.
Greatest presidential speech ever.
Oh man.
You know what's funny is KFC Radio. They had him on, Bill Pullman, and they had like a megaphone, and they were like ready to go. They're like, yeah, we're like, hey, like Bill, will you do the speech? He's like, no. He was like, no, absolutely not.
That actually kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
It's
he
like
like,
with-
I don't know.
kind of.
I don't know. Maybe he was just had a bad voice that day. Klemmer, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna go miscellaneous here, and I'm gonna go with The Shining. This movie is maybe right there with among the most rewatched movies. Because there's so many different things that happen in it, and there's so many different ways you can perceive what's happening. So, is it a haunted house movie? Is it about alcoholism? Is it about a man who's just evil anyway, and he needs an excuse to act out? Is the place actually haunted? And the way Kubrick directed it, you never really know. There's no real finite answer. So this movie came out a year before I was born, and I've watched it since I was a kid over and over and over again, and I'm no closer to knowing what happened than I was when I first saw it, and I'm always entertained.
I like it. Shining always gets me.
I never need to see the naked lady in the tub ever again. That's where it's like I will get to a point with that movie, then I'm shutting it off. Like I genuinely never want to see that again.
What about the girls riding on the
Don't need that
tricycles?
either. Don't need that either.
I haven't seen it in so long, so
I
No comment.
haven't seen it ever. I know the gist of it though. I mean, it's obviously classic. Girls in the hallway. Here's Johnny Nicholson in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much more in that, though, Bunny, because there's so much subtext to it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's watch. I mean, you're not a horror guy.
I also I'm not really a horror
Watch
guy
it
either.
anyway. It's
No.
a different kind of horror movie. Everyone should give it a shot, then make your judgment, but it's so great. It's
I
Kubrick's
also-
best movie.
I also find the wife just very annoying when she's on camera. Like I was kind of rooting for her to get murdered.
Well, it's interesting. Kubrick kind of tortured her during a Shelley Duvall plays his wife, and he kept pressing her and yelling at her and making her terrified to kind of get that reaction from her. He kind of mentally tortured her for months during the shooting of that. And that's why you kind of get that performance where she's always jittery and screaming.
Yeah, she was good. I do agree with Klemmer though. Even if you're not a horror person, you should try to watch
It's a
Shining
classic
because there's
movie.
there's a lot of different elements to it.
Isn't there
That
like
make
a
it-
documentary like Room 317 or something?
Yeah, there's a conspiracy.
Yeah, Room
and shit
237.
237.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah.
behind
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And it's all about all the different things that Shining could be. Is it about spacecraft? Is it about being on a Native American land? Like what was Kubrick trying to say? All the different conspiracy theories around it.
Let's earmark that for Halloween for Dog Walk.
Yeah,
Um,
you're up, Chief.
all right. I will go. I'll go with an animated and I'll go with Toy Story.
yeah.
So I don't have a deep list for that. Like I really enjoy. Lion King would have been my first pick, but Toy Story is probably right behind it. Same thing. Good characters, great voices like Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, and like there's just like little drinks.
Frank and Estelle Costanza.
Yeah, the little jokes just sprinkled in. Like there's like adult humor, but it's a kids movie. It's like it is like the great like it launched Pixar, right? Wasn't it the first Pixar movie?
I believe so.
Correct.
Yeah. So I think Toy Story. I'm happy to
Yeah.
get
It's a perfect movie in every single way. Rewatchable. Kids, adults.
great.
It's a perfect movie.
What do you say, Glenn?
And Rickles.
Yep.
The scene where what's the cowgirl's name? Jessie.
She's not in the
She's
first
not in
one.
the
I know
first
that. I
one.
know that. Not the first one, but on the adult humor where she walks in and Buzz, his wings go up like he pops a fucking heart on. Do you guys
like
know what
that?
I'm talking about? It's just it's hilarious. Yeah.
I love that. That's what sticks with you.
Well, we're talking about adult humor. It's funny. Like I wouldn't have gotten that if I saw that when I was 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
No, for sure. Yeah, good pick. I think it was definitely the number 2 available.
Yeah.
You're
Would
up
have been my
again.
next pick.
All right. I'm going miscellaneous. I'm going adventure. This is where I'm ready to throw a fit. I want Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, I'm not saying nothing about that.
Raiders of the Lost
Oh,
Ark
yeah, I
as
think
an
that's fair.
adventure movie, which is in the miscellaneous category. I love Indiana Jones. Eddie, I will fucking choke you out. I'm taking Indiana Jones. I'm taking Raiders of the Lost Ark. I love that. I like the whole series. 1 and 3 are the best, so I'm taking Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I'll storm out of here. Raiders of the Lost
I mean,
Ark.
it's an action movie. I mean,
It's an adventure. It's an adventure movie. It's an adventure
Action
movie.
adventure movie. Yes, it is.
Adventure. Emphasis on adventure.
If you went into Blockbuster in 1988 and wanted to rent it, it would be under the action heading.
I don't know that. And Blockbuster went out of business, so what the fuck do they know about labeling movies? What do you got, Glenn?
I think it's okay.
Thank you, Glenn.
I think it's okay. I'm not saying nothing.
Well, so I guess under the 2 veto system, if Klemmer and I do have a problem with it, you're going to have to take another pick.
Excuse
it's
me.
not that actiony. Give the guy a break.
Come on.
Grow
Goonies
balls.
has as much action as Raiders of the Lost Ark
No,
does.
no. I'm fucking around. around.
You're a pussy. Grow a
was
ball sack
thinking.
and veto him.
No, truthfully, this is similar
Open
to
Pandora's box.
I haven't watched the start to finish. It's one of those where like I know everything, the heart scene and like everything.
That's in the second one,
That's in the second one?
Temple of Doom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and obviously, like you said, Data's in it. running
yeah.
around with the
That's
Yankees
also
cap.
in the second.
Yeah.
That's
So like,
Temple of
I
Doom.
know like all
Yeah.
about these movies, but I just don't know.
It's a blind spot
Yeah,
for you.
it's
This
just-
is you want to know where all of our Tuesday dog walk comes from? It comes from watching these over and over and over as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah. Klemmer, are you bullshit that we allowed this?
No, I'm not that mad about it. It is a little bullshit, but it's such a good pick. I mean, Raiders, fantastic movie. This is what we had when we were kids growing up in the 80s. We didn't have a lot of cartoons. We had Goonies, we had the Raiders movies, we had Gremlins. We had all these other movies and they were live action. That Spielberg was involved with. We didn't have that's why I don't have a huge attachment to cartoons because I grew up on stuff like Raiders. Great movie. Saw it on HBO a million times growing up. Never gets old.
When I was putting my list together, and I was wondering if this was like a genuine function of the time or just because I am 36 years old, but most of mine were made in the 80s or the 90s, regardless of category. It was all, and I wonder if that was just like that's how they just made better movies or that type of movie that was rewatchable, or if it was just like my brain is just conditioned for it because I'm how old? I'm that of that.
I think
age.
a big thing is for it to be rewatchable, we have to have seen it a lot. So if it's something new, it can't be rewatchable because we've only had 2 or 3 years to watch.
True.
One thing about Indiana Jones, though, is do you guys know who was supposed to be Indiana Jones?
No.
It wasn't Harrison Ford. It was Tom Selleck
Oh, no shit.
from Magnum PI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They offered him the job. And he went, and he was doing Magnum PI at the time, and he went to CBS. He's like, hey, can I do this movie? And they're like, absolutely not. Like, it's going to conflict with Magnum PI, and he had to turn it down. And that's how Harrison Ford got it.
Wow. Harrison Ford has like some of the most iconic characters ever between Han Solo and Indiana Jones. Like, and then he has all the Clear and Present Danger, like the Jack Ryans too. Like he's like a blockbuster kind of guy.
So it is rewatchable though for the
I think
Raiders
so.
guys.
I think so.
It's been a minute since I've seen it. I'm not gonna argue.
I
with that.
had to have it on my board. Like I love the Indiana Jones series so much.
All right, Klemmer, we'll go back to you.
All right, I'm going to go with comedy. And this is maybe my favorite comedy ever. It's certainly the most rewatchable. It's Office Space.
Good
Oh,
one.
I
Dude,
Good
that's not
one.
on my fuck. How did I not have that on my list? God
I mean,
damn.
I could watch Lumberg all day. Like, there's no part of this movie that ever bores me. I'm laughing the entire time. I saw it in the movie theaters when it came out. I was like, me and my buddy were the only ones in the theater. And I've been laughing this movie for, whatever,
Did you guys get matching
24
Ron
now.
Livingston tattoos?
We
Afterwards?
should have done that. I should have, exactly. Halloween, Hawaiian Shirt Friday. Like, all of it is just so funny. It's great.
It's a perfect
Fantastic movie.
microcosmic cube life and wanting to kill yourself running the rat race. Has Michael Bolton ever been in any other movies? Because I don't think off the top of my head, I know, but he is fucking perfect in that movie. In the beginning scene when he's doing the rap,
He was
and
on Mad
everything.
TV
Was he? Okay, I never watched
for a
it.
while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nailed it, Klemmer. This was
that's an
great.
that's
no
sick.
no joke. That was my top 3.
It wasn't on my list, and I'm embarrassed that it wasn't on
Yeah,
my list.
same with me.
It was on mine, and it deservedly so. I feel like we got to at least mention Lawrence, one of the best supporting characters of all time, ancillary characters, as David said. 2 chicks at the same time.
He's telling you cannot tell anybody about this. Hey, shut the fuck up in there. And he's like, oh, no, that's Lawrence. You're good. After he just like swore to secrecy, the neighbor's eavesdropping.
Great pick, Klemmer. Great value in the 4th round.
I don't think she ages, by the way.
White Sox, Dave.
What do I want to go with? Okay, so this is probably another movie I've seen. I'm just drafting the movies I've seen the most at this point. Where would Pulp Fiction lie?
Drama.
I'd have drama or miscellaneous, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I take it as miscellaneous if I have Shawshank, or no? Is
I
that-
think so.
Yeah, I think I'd allow that.
It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
But it's also like, to your point earlier, it's got 3 or 4 different plots within the larger plot. Obviously, they fast forward and rewind time and everything, but it's a
And
top
the
five
drama's
favorite.
not like crazy intense, except for like the last scene.
Well, there is a scene where a large gang leader is getting raped by
Sure.
a dude in a basement of a pawn shop.
There's violent scenes for
Oh,
sure.
very violent.
Very violent, but as far as like the suspense and like, oh my god, like what's gonna?
Yeah, there's
You know.
I want to say there's much suspense. Winston Wolfe, fantastic side character. I love Tarantino. He's probably my favorite director.
Only one film left with him, Dave. You better soak it up.
I haven't seen the Hollywood movie though. It's
Good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched
Oh,
it recently.
Classic.
Fantastic.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that like tonight or
I
One of
something.
watched
my
it probably
favorite
2
like
weeks ago for the
historical
first time.
fiction things ever.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
It was good.
It's just long. It's a commitment.
Pulp Fiction's good. I think it fits into a rewatchable movie, definitely.
Oh, it's so rewatchable. That was like all we watched in college. We watched Pulp Fiction over and over and over and over again. It is
Even-
such a great.
I'm
it's
10
a-
years
it's a
younger
great-
than you.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know where to put it, but it's fantastic.
Yeah. Good pick. All right, back to me. All right, I need a drama or I need a comedy. This one's kind of a candy-ass drama, but at the same time, like, I'll watch it every time. And you can't say you didn't like it. If you say you didn't like this movie, you're a fucking
I know what you're
liar.
going with right now, damn it.
Titanic?
No.
Oh.
Wow, I'm excited. Okay.
That's what I'm going with.
Oh, it's so rewatchable.
I agree, and it's like
Even
Maybe.
with the length.
it's so like visually stimulating. Like that
Yes.
scene when they drive up and they're boarding the boat, you're like, holy fuck! Like
Yes.
how it. So I think it's a good pick.
And, like, you could hop at any time. It's like, all right, we're at the part where, like, Jack's, like, proving himself. He's, like, with the rich people. Now we're at the part where the boat's about to fucking, like, stick.
I will stick around to see that guy jump off the back and hit his do like the quadruple somersault when he hits the propeller.
Yeah.
I will. I watch that.
Yeah.
Do you think that hurt?
Klein, what were you going to say?
Probably
And
didn't
it's
feel
such
it.
a long
Yeah,
movie
probably.
that I feel like, I mean, just on the top of my head, what is the last hour and a half after the iceberg hit? Once
think
you
so.
see the iceberg hit, you're stuck. You're getting off that.
That's true.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first half of Titanic is horrible. Like, it's just such a bad movie. But the second half, and it is exactly the midway point when they hit the iceberg. And the second half
really?
is fantastic. It's a great action. But the first half, the dialogue is so bad. And even some in the acting is just that one Italian, like, stereotype guy. Like, who is
Fabrizio.
It's
I mean, yeah, like, he's,
When I
mean,
close my eyes and I think of Italians, I think of Fabrizio's.
Yeah, but Fabrizio takes it on the chin. He takes the whole fucking steam.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. He takes his pipe stack, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, right to
Yeah.
the dome piece.
Clemmer,
See,
no.
you can draft it as a comedy.
Yeah.
There's a ton of funny moments in this
Clemmer,
movie.
no fucking compassion for Fabrizio. Took a fucking pipe stack to the brain.
They also have the stereotypical
Oh,
Irish guy too.
one of the highlights of the second half. That was, and I do have a problem though. You guys all shit on me for my Godfather pick. It was too long, but Tenet's longer than Godfather. What are you doing here?
Hey,
But
there's
it's
exceptions
easy.
to rules.
It's an easy
Yeah,
watch.
but Titanic, once you hit that iceberg, it feels like 10 minutes. The rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
true.
Godfather feels longer than its actual time.
It moves slower.
How,
Yeah.
wow, that is a wild take. How can you say that? Godfather feels like a breeze. Like it is. I'm in rapture the entire time. Titanic, I got an hour and a half of Billy Zane being a
Dude,
douche.
when
I don't
he
need to watch.
when Corleone is in Sicily, I'm like, dude, go home. Like you've been in Sicily way too long.
Yeah.
Ed, you walk into a little underbelly of a giant cruise ship, and you got Kate Winslet, and
I
she
know where
looks
this
at
is
you
going.
and goes, "Paint me like one of your French girls." How long you lasting?
Leave the stopwatch at home, Dave. Leave it at home.
Perfect tits. They were perfect.
That was the first pair of tits I ever saw.
Come
that
on,
we
Clemmer.
like anybody that's like 30 to 35. It's probably the first pair of tits you saw was
Yep.
Kate Winslet.
Yeah, I mean, that was that like the meme? Like people would like pause it on that and then the VHS.
Oh yeah.
On that part.
And it was a to Clemmer's point, it was a 2 VHS.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clemmer, you
Yep.
can't tell me that the first half is bad.
Oh, it's bad.
No,
a
it's
bad
not.
movie.
You don't
That's
get
just
like a
wrong.
little goosebumps when they pull up to the boat for the first time and the music's playing. The ship is so grand. It's like that to me. You can say the dialogue's bad, but the visuals are spectacular. When she's flying,
I will say
Klemmer.
the dialogue's bad because it's horrible. But you're right. The ship being grand is a great shot. So I
Yeah.
mean, Cameron's so good at the visuals, but there's not too many great visuals. I feel like it's a lot of like creating who these characters are. Horrible storytelling in that first hour and a half.
I
It's
did
atrocious
fucking hate that
watch,
guy,
the first
Cal.
half of the movie.
Yeah.
I would
Right.
love to just fucking sock that guy in the nose. So punchable.
Be nice. No, I like Titanic a lot too, and
I think it's
I'll always
fantastic.
watch it.
Like,
Thank
this
you.
was a movie I remember back in college. We'd be like pre-gaming on Friday night, and someone flipped through the channels and it'd be on, and like all of a sudden it's midnight. No one's fucking moved from the house, and we just be shit faced watching that little hoe Rose not let Jack on the door.
Boys are watching Titanic tonight. Glenny, you're up. I want to come back to that to who you thought I was going to draft, but we could do that in honorable mention.
Well, I'm going to take who I thought you were going to draft.
Oh shit.
But this probably would have been if someone else took Goodfellas 1, this would have been my second overall pick, but I don't know where we really stood on the miscellaneous. But your guys to miscellaneous, I think this is going to be okay because I honestly think it's just a movie. I don't even know if it has a genre. I think it's probably the only movie that could come near Goodfellas in times watched by me. I've been watching it with my mom my whole life. I think it's just a beautiful movie. People kind of hate it now, but it is just a glorious movie. I'm going to go with Forrest Gump.
Us.
Definitely on my list.
Yeah.
Love it.
Forrest Gump. I mean,
So rewatchable.
It's I don't even know how to put into words of how rewatchable Forrest Gump is. You got little Forrest hanging out with Elvis. You got teenage Forrest running down, breaking his knees off. Then he's on Alabama. Then he's in Vietnam. Then Jenny's singing naked. Then Bubba's getting clipped. Then he's invested in Apple. Then he's fucking becoming a shrimp maven. It's a beautiful journey. I love Forrest Gump. Lieutenant Dan, great characters. Tom Hanks, him and De Niro are my two favorite actors. I love Tom Hanks. I'd kiss him on the face if I ever saw him. Forrest Gump. I would have taken the second overall. I just don't know if it would have worked miscellaneous. But now that it's here, I got to take it.
I feel like you and Klemmer might just have to go to opening day together and hash out your problems because it looks like he's thoroughly disappointed in you.
Yeah, fucking.
Forrest Gump's been ruining my life for a long time. 1994, it came out the same year as Shawshank and Pulp Fiction. Of course, it wins Best Picture. All it is baby boomer pornography. It's a way for boomers to feel good about the times they were alive. And it's not even a movie. It's just like a highlight reel of like, oh, this happened, then this happened. And who can forget when Nixon was in trouble? It's like, I don't need to see the 60s and 70s replayed. It's been enough.
He was alive. He wasn't alive for that. It's a nice journey through history for me, and I think it's great.
I don't know why people shit on it. It's getting a little nickelbacked.
I like it.
It is. It's Nickelback. Mike is like a box
It's
of
gotten a
chocolates. You
little
never know what you're gonna
nickelbacked.
get.
It doesn't make sense to me because it's a fucking great movie and it's
Yeah.
absurdly rewatchable. There's I don't have a single holdup. And I remember when it came out, my parents hated it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was a young whippersnapper and I loved it when I was like 6 or 7. I didn't get it.
I've been watching it with my mom my whole life. I automatically think of, and this is the end when Jay Barrett says that's a horrendous piece of shit, and Craig and Emma Watson are just sitting there saying, "You just hate universally loved movies." It's a universally loved movie.
I had it under drama, but you sold me. There's just so much in between the sandwich that makes it like.
I mean, Eddie, I would have never picked it. I would have picked it earlier. But now we're picking Titanic. We're picking.
Well, no,
Dewey.
Titanic was my drama, Glenn.
Who was it?
Yeah.
Are we allowing me to take it as miscellaneous? I'll take something else.
What are your guys' thoughts?
I'm not saying nothing.
I think it's miscellaneous.
Yeah.
I would leave it in there.
Like you sold me with so much.
I would say it's on the realm of what Raiders of the Lost Ark. I don't even know what Forrest Gump is. I would just put it as like a movie.
Hey, Glenn, because you didn't veto Raiders of the Lost Ark, I'm riding with you the rest of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sad because I
Integrity.
didn't get to do my favorite rom-com, but what are you gonna do?
I mean, it's a drama, but I wish it didn't exist. I don't want to think about it anymore, so I don't care.
Do we all take our miscellaneous?
Did Tom Cruise like bang your wife or
Yeah,
something?
it says drama.
Or
but-
Tom Hanks?
Tom Eddie, I'll change.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
like
love Tom Hanks.
you said, I think there's enough in there where it's.
I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I
with it.
would almost say, if I think drama, I would think Green Mile and Philadelphia. Like, there's just more dramas than
Yeah,
Forrest
yeah,
Gump.
yeah. No, I'm fine with it, Glenn. You could make your next pick. We could enter the
Okay.
5th round.
And then my animated, I'm gonna go. I think this is a very niche pick. I don't have much animation. I could take a really good one here, but if I would be lying to myself and say I rewatch it. I watch this movie every single year. To this day, I'm a 26-year-old man and rewatch it since it came out in 1999. I'm going to go with Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas.
All right.
Wow.
Never seen it. But
Same.
hey,
It's
welcome to
great.
the Barada game with that pick.
It's
I like it.
it's 3 short stories about all the Disney characters.
Is
I
this
watch
like
it
the
every
Tiny
Christmas.
Tim? Is Tiny Tim in this? I feel like maybe I have seen it.
There's like a version of, I think there's like a little mouse version of it. It's Mickey and Minnie. They do the gift of the Magi basically. And there's a Christmas Carol one, and there's one with Donald Duck and his whole family when they wake up every day wants to be Christmas, and then they finally get tired of it. But I just think it's probably the animated movie I rewatch the most. So I would be lying. There's definitely better animated movies out there right now. I would be lying to myself if I pick those over this.
Good for you, Glenn.
Never seen it. However, looking at the cover, I've seen this VHS many times, but I just never had the opportunity. Klemmer, you got anything on this?
I've never seen it. No.
All right.
Never seen
Glenn, how's it feel? You got four people who haven't seen it.
Oh, I mean, no disrespect to you guys. I knew this was going to happen because no disrespect. You guys are older than I am. It
True.
came out in 99. It was just like we had the VHS and watched every Christmas. Listen, there's obviously way better Pixar movies available right now. I just would have been lying to myself if I picked this.
Fair.
Good pick.
Good for you, Glenn. All right, it's to me. I need a comedy. So I no shit. I had a top 6. I had a top 5 board really, and those were 3 you guys took. So I'm gonna go with my next best available. This might be a cult classic, but I'm gonna go with Heavyweights.
Oh, this is a great pick.
Great one.
Yeah. Come on, you devil log.
Yeah, just so many start to finish funny things. From the beginning opening scene, the kid chugging the girl's lemonade, like he just
Lunch has been canceled
Dude,
due
yeah.
to lack of hustle.
unbelievable Ben Stiller performance.
Maybe his best.
It might be him and the dude in Happy Gilmore
The buddy system,
with the
Yep.
with the grandma.
Lars, the Blob, Josh
I've always
Birnbaum.
wanted to do the Blob.
Oh fuck, yeah.
Dude,
Be
every
sick.
time I watch Heavyweights, which is probably once a year, it's an awesome pick, Edward. I go down rabbit holes of Blob videos on YouTube. There's a few of them where people get launched.
They go like
18
100
They
feet
go
in the
into
air.
outer space.
I'm surprised they're not banned now.
They got to be so
in today's
dangerous.
society,
Yeah.
Probably for kids. I bet you they are.
Yeah. Glenn, you got
Fucking
anything on
libs.
Heavyweights?
Never seen it.
Oh, no.
Ed, or
We gotta
Glenn,
do that, Glenn. We're
We
gonna
have
do
to.
that,
We
Make a
have
list.
to.
Yeah.
Glenn,
Klemmer?
watch it
I've never
tonight.
seen
I'm
it
not
either.
kidding.
This came out after I was probably too old.
Oh.
You haven't seen it either? It's
No.
a kid's movie, obviously,
Legendary.
but both of you watch it tonight. It's like an hour and a half long or whatever. It's quick. It is a fucking great
Well, we'll
movie.
do a pod on it.
I'm actually glad Klemmer hasn't seen it because it would have hurt my heart if he should have Heavyweights.
It would have hurt me to my core.
The Apache Relay.
Oh, yeah.
Camp MVP. It's great. It's an awesome movie. White Sox, Dave.
I am going with so I have to take a animated.
Yeah.
I know what you guys want me to take, but I haven't seen that movie twice.
I know what you're going to take.
What am I taking?
No, just take what you're going
I'm
to take.
taking Aladdin.
Oh, okay.
I like Aladdin. I can show you the world.
shining, shimmering, splendid. It's probably my next favorite after of that era of Disney movies. I've seen it a million times. Love the movie. The fucking parrot is just hilarious. What's that dude's name?
Jafar is like a for real
Gilbert
villain.
Gottfried.
Yeah, Gilbert Gottfried. He's just shoving fucking crackers. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't do what everybody wanted me to do because I've only seen it once.
Okay. What did everyone want you to do? Well, Klemmer still needs one, so don't say it.
Obviously.
Aladdin. Oh, yeah. Sorry. My apology. Any comments on Aladdin over there?
It's a fine movie, I guess. It's like Lion King. I don't have a real emotional attachment to it. Like it just came out. I was already a teenager when it came out, so like
Yeah.
I don't have this theme like nostalgia for it that you guys do.
Right.
Robin Williams is funny enough in it, I guess. It's fine.
I
I'm not a
think he
big
won an
cartoon
Oscar
guy.
for it, right? Didn't he win an Oscar for it?
He did not win an Oscar. For it,
No?
He won an Oscar for Good Will Hunting.
I know that. That was high on my list.
I don't love it as a rewatchable. It's a good movie, but I don't love it as a rewatchable.
If it's on Freeform,
I'm
watching
shocked
it.
you didn't take something else, and I think you're going to
Oh, well,
be very upset when I say it.
I'm surprised you didn't go to this well, but Jasmine when she's trapped in the The little what they
The
call those?
hourglass?
The hourglass.
She's a smoke.
Fucking rocket.
She's a smoke.
Absolute rocket. Maybe the
Oh, look, Chief wants to fuck cartoon characters.
if
We'll do
if-
a horny cartoon character
Yeah.
draft.
Oh,
someday.
actually, we should do that.
Yeah.
We should do that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
we'll do
fun.
that.
Yeah.
Klemmer, you're up. You need animated.
All right. I guess I'll go. Do I have? Okay. I'll ask you guys. Nah, I won't cheat. Never mind. I'll go with Wally. Wally.
Have heard it's
he's
fantastic.
In he's in like a weird world, like, and it's like stuff you can kind of look at. Like if I had to watch this movie again, like, all right, that's kind of interesting background there. I don't know if like Who Framed Roger Rabbit would count. Like, is that really animated? It's
I
it's live
wouldn't have
action.
vetoed that. I think you can count that as animated for sure.
You know, I suppose next Space Jam.
True.
Oh yes, yeah. So I'll stick. You know what? Can I go with Roger Rabbit then? Roger Rabbit, I actually care about. I was thinking Wally because I thought I had to.
No one else can pick, so I don't see why you can't.
Only
choose
if you
it.
make a horny comment about Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Jessica Rabbit was yeah. So I was like, I saw this in the theaters when I was 8 years old, and I was appropriately excited about Jessica Rabbit. I think for that age.
Okay.
Yeah, typically we'll
Calling-
let the hand take off the chess piece, but we'll do,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
do
allow
it.
it.
Pick.
We'll do it for you, Klemmer.
Isn't Wally the one where like there's no English words spoken?
For the first half hour.
Okay.
That's why I thought that was a terrible pick, Klemmer. To be honest, because a rewatchable movie to watch the whole first half hour with no dialogue.
I just don't watch a lot of cartoons.
Yeah.
But I have seen Roger Rabbit a million times.
Yeah.
That was one that came out when I was a kid, so that's one that means more to me. I just didn't know if that counted. That's all.
I was hoping you'd go with Secret of the Ooze.
Secret of the Ooze.
Not a cartoon.
I suppose, yeah.
Mr. Irrelevant.
I'll
you
take
need a
Tommy Boy. I need
comedy.
a comedy boy. I'll take Tommy Boy. I love Tommy Boy, so I was between this and a couple of Adam Sandler movies, but Tommy Boy is one of those ones I feel like it used to be on Comedy Central all the time, where I would always same sort of thing. Like it doesn't matter where you find it,
Yeah.
like it's funny throughout. And Chris Farley just does something for me. Like I think the guy is hilarious, and that duo with him and David Spade always works. So I'm happy to have Tommy Boy.
That is true. You get those two together, you know you're getting something good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Gallahan's brake pads. Okay, let's do some honorable mentions here, and then we'll roll through it, and then we'll find out who's off the poll. Let's kind of go in order. Klemmer, who did you have left for drama?
Oh man. Oh, for drama,
Yeah.
for drama, A Few Good Men. Other than that, you guys did a pretty good job with the dramas. Maybe, yeah. I guess for drama, it's all I had was A Few Good Men on my list.
Okay,
I had
Glenny.
that on my list. Casino was on my list too.
Yeah, that's up there for sure.
Oh, we're doing it. Yeah,
We'll go in order.
Yeah,
we'll go
yeah,
in order. Glenny, who did you have for dramas? Honorable mention. We could just run through them.
I had Departed. I love Departed.
Mm-hmm.
I think Departed is a great drama. The only other one I had written down, which I don't know, I would have maybe thought this would be miscellaneous because it's such a thriller. But I also had, two more written down. I had Bronx Tale, which I figured myself I think is too New York. And then Misery. I love Misery.
I've never even heard of that.
Bronx Tale is the most
Great
underrated
movie.
mom movie there
Great
is.
movie.
I was thinking about making Misery my miscellaneous, but I went away from it. But I love Misery is one that it's on.
Great.
I'm tuning it.
I gotta watch that. Drama, Chief.
Well, this is like similar to Indiana Jones for me, where is it adventure, is it drama or action? Back to the Future. Love Back to the
I
Future.
think that could have gone number one.
It got undrafted.
I
had
know.
that miscellaneous.
Okay, so
I think Back to the Future could have got
I
gone
love
1-1.
I love Back to the Future.
It's
I actually like Back to the
it's a
Future 2 as well.
So do I.
Is that
He
that's
goes,
not the Wild West one, right?
No, that's
That's
the
the
future.
future.
That's the one where they have like the hovercrafts.
Almanac.
Yeah, and like Biff has like all the gambling.
Yeah, he got the book. The first one's it's a masterpiece.
It's a Wonderful Life. I watch that every Christmas. Love that. Went and saw that at Music Box Theater this year. I had Saving Private Ryan as a rewatchable, and then Casino I mentioned before.
Dave, any dramas?
That have not yet been said
Yeah.
by anybody. I just had Good Will Hunting. Clem mentioned it in the draft.
Yeah.
That's probably my second favorite movie ever, regardless of genre. But yeah, that's what I got.
I have two left. Rocky 4, and
Mm-hmm.
you could say the whole series, besides 5, and The Fugitive. Fugitive's
Oh,
awesome.
Fugitive's great.
Yeah.
Fugitive's great. That's good. Another Harrison Ford.
Such a strong
Yeah.
representation of Chicago too. Like,
It is a
really
great.
is
It's probably the best, I would say.
one of them.
Dave
Yeah.
kind of triggered something else in my brain with The Good Will Hunting because that used to be a fall asleep movie for me. There's something about like the little piano music in there that would help me doze off.
Miramax, I think.
Yeah, and then, but I feel the same way about Dances with Wolves. Like, that's another one where it's so to me like visually stimulating. Like, I love like the frontier in the West, and I love watching that. I'll always stop on that too.
Klemmer,
Well,
let's.
I have a quick drama question. 1 second.
Yeah.
This just popped in my brain. I think it's more miscellaneous. Would we have accepted Breakfast Club as a drama?
That's a great point. I probably would.
As a drama,
The
for
angst,
sure.
the teen angst,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
That's what like the '80s just had so many of these types of movies.
Bangers.
Yeah.
comedy. Klemmer, you could lead us off. Honorable mention here.
Yeah, so I almost took Groundhog Day instead of Office
Yeah.
Space. It was really tough for me for those two. I also have Caddyshack. I have Back to the Future as a comedy, and then Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh yeah,
Good
Fuck
one.
Yeah. Glenn?
Klemmer, you seem like you're a fan of The Jerk. Have you seen The Jerk?
Yeah, Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Very. Carl Reiner directed it. Very good movie. Very funny.
Can I tell my I know I've told it before. My dad, the Steve Martin thing. Have I told you that?
Yeah, you have.
Okay. Well, he would used to travel abroad and used to go to Brazil for work all the time. And my dad has like very white hair, and similar. So he would like go to these restaurants down there, and like the staff would be like, you know, Mr. Steve Martin, can I have your autograph? Can I have your autograph? He was like, I'm not Steve Martin, but he said it would happen to him so much, and then it became such a hassle that he started just signing autographs as Steve Martin
I'm Steve Martin.
when he was down in Brazil.
Is that like
Love that.
legal?
I think he was just like, I don't
Fuck
see
it.
I'm
I'm
done with
Martin.
it.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though. Steve Martin is like one of the
Very
most
funny.
talented humans that ever lived.
And I don't think he really looks like Steve Martin, but he has that hair.
That hair.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
Glenny comedies.
Comedy, like I said, like I mean, I think best comedies. What I was going to say is I think best comedies and like rewatchable are different. I think Hangover and Superbad are the two best comedies. I don't necessarily consider them to be like too rewatchable. I had them on the list anyway. Rewatchable, I would say maybe Billy Madison, Pineapple Express. Yeah, there's the rom-coms that I really want the miscellaneous. I was going to go How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah.
That would have been a great one. That's very,
Yeah.
very, very rewatchable.
Yep.
Kind of stupid. fucking
Rhea
movie.
took that 1-1 in the rom-com draft, so that must be a big on Long Island.
We love that. We love how much. Oh, also Waterboy.
The Waterboy
yeah,
is
Waterboy's
great
good.
too.
Comedies, Chief.
Farmer Fran.
I had Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Wedding Singer written down.
Dave.
Wedding Crasher. 40-Year-Old Virgin Knocked Up.
I have two. I'm a sucker for Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
See, I put that in the same category as the other ones too.
Did you?
Yeah.
And then you know what? Fucking Mean Girls is up there.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
Wow.
up there.
Very rewatchable.
For some reason, I almost would have considered Mean Girls a miscellaneous. Like I just picture that as just a great movie.
Yeah.
That's
It's
I'm
like
in
a
the
coming
same
of
boat.
age kind of, yeah.
But it is funny.
That's fucking hilarious.
action.
When the gay kid throws the shoe at the guy who threw it at him.
Action Clemmer.
I had The Fugitive and Jurassic Park.
I had,
Let's
yeah.
watch.
I had
Jurassic
Jurassic
Park. Another little under the radar one. I feel like Clemmer's going to shit on me for this, but I love this movie. Spy Game. It's with Brad Pitt and
Never seen it.
Why are you so afraid
Robert
of Clemmer?
Redford, right?
what? Because I feel like he knows so much more about this than me. Like he's like a film student. It sounds like, and I'm just like, I like that movie. So
I've never seen it.
Robert Redford.
It's Brad Pitt, Robert Redford, right?
yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
very.
I haven't seen it. I heard it's very good.
I really like it, but I feel like it. I feel like I've seen people shit on it, but I think it's a great little movie.
You got any more action, Glenn?
Hey, let me tell you. I mean, I don't. I mean, John Wick was up there for me.
Never seen those.
Never seen it.
Loved the John Wicks. I would have maybe said the any of the superhero movies. Push comes to shove, like Spider-Man, Avengers, Endgame. I always rewatch those. But I was not deep in action, so I just went with Taken.
Okay.
I
Dave,
think
anything?
Taken fits the bill for the purpose of this draft better than those, even though it's not nearly as good of a movie. But
Oh,
so
actually,
I think it
what I
a good
was going to
pick.
say, my all-time most rewatch action movie probably is a movie that's never on, but I just love. I just rewatch it every now and then. Is Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, but I just know everyone hates it. So
I
I'm gonna
haven't
say it.
seen it. The
Let me
premise,
tell you,
like the
some of
title,
best
makes
action
me
you will
laugh.
see. It is awesome. It is awesome action.
Fantastic action. Anything, Dave?
Judgment Day, and then a movie that I think fucking sucks, but I never don't watch it. Armageddon.
Yeah.
That movie fucking sucks.
I love Cinderella Man too, and I know you love that movie too. So
Awesome.
did you say that?
Cinderella Man's
I
very
didn't say
good.
it. Cinderella Man's my favorite sports movie, probably.
That is with Hilary Swank.
Russell Crowe.
Boxing movie, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're thinking
Yep.
$1 Million Baby.
Renee
That's what I'm
Zellweger's in
thinking,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any miscellaneous, fellas?
Star
Yeah,
Wars.
I had this broke my heart not to take. I didn't take Jaws.
Yeah.
And Jaws,
Oh fuck!
Jaws was.
Jaws is like right there. I had to take The Shining over it, but the Jaws is so rewatchable. And then I also have Signs and Star Wars, the original New Hope.
I think
those are all
Signs
really.
is
Really rough.
fucking dog shit.
I've never seen it.
I hate that fucking movie.
Glenn,
It's so fucking bad.
Glenn, you made a face.
Signs is awesome.
It
Yeah, no, when you
sucks.
mentioned Renee Zellweger, I forgot Jerry Maguire. That's got to be up there.
It's a good one.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. For other miscellaneous, what else would I? I mean, I had Ferris Bueller written down too. Breakfast Club, Misery, low key. I should have taken this honestly. Well, I got Forrest. Forrest one of my favorite movies. I think Grease.
Well, yeah.
Another good
Oh.
one.
Grease is
I
strong.
love rewatching Grease. He
Because
doesn't
you know,
rewatch
like
Grease.
a banger is always like 5 minutes away.
Yeah. Every fucking
We
every
come
song.
together like you out.
You guys got any miscellaneous?
We touched them all.
I got 2 left.
Do we do animated?
No, we'll do that in a second. It's 2 family movies: The Sandlot and Home Alone.
Sandlot I
Sure.
watch
Yeah.
every year on the 4th of July.
Very rewatchable. But I was between Goonies and Jaws for that miscellaneous spot.
I can't.
So it was-
The fact that I didn't think Jaws and Office Space both slipped my mind for some reason. I'm
They weren't on
disappointed.
any of the lists.
I didn't
feel
really
like.
look at the
gotta
list for
think.
this. Yeah.
Animated. We'll do animated, then we'll do the vote. We'll get out of here. Anybody?
Oh, the vote.
Yeah,
I just look. Sorry, definitely quick one.
I was gonna say before I pick anime, I just want to say fuck you, White Sox Dave, for not liking Signs. And my animated was Fantasia.
You kill the aliens by fucking spraying them with water? Come on, give me something better than that. You're M. Night Shyamalan. Fucking think of some crazy twist. Not water. It's too easy. There's water vapor everywhere too.
Glenn?
I am pretty sad. Right as I looked at best animated movies. Right as I picked mine, I did forget Iron Giant. Iron Giant's one of my favorites. I would like to say Iron Giant
The old Iron Giant.
or Eight Crazy Nights, but you can't go double Sandler.
Dave, Chief, anything?
I mean, I
Go
like
ahead.
all the old Disney movies, like even Little Mermaid jams in that movie. So
Beauty and the Beast.
I'm
yeah, Beauty and the
stunned.
Beast.
I thought you were talking about Ariel.
Shrek is what you were going to say.
I've only seen it once.
So I'm shocked you didn't take this because I know you love this and I love this movie too. And this was my number 3 on my board, a Goofy movie.
Oh, I
it's
love a Goofy movie. I love
Yeah.
a Goofy
Wait,
movie.
It is
I have one more-
such a fucking bad
I have
movie
one more
that I
quick
love.
thing to say.
What's that?
This totally forgot this. For some reason, I feel like these movies are not in anyone's brains, and everybody loves them when you bring them up. That didn't think of it till just now, because you guys just mentioned Shrek. I feel like all the Austin Powers are so rewatchable.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
just
that's true.
great movies in general, and they never enter anyone's brains when thinking how.
I actually had that written down. but
100%,
yeah.
Glenn. I agree.
Like, they're all so funny, and like I never think about them for some reason.
Yep. It's weird.
I would almost venture to say that I laugh and like Goldmember more than I laugh at like The Hangover.
I actually have never seen Goldmember. I've seen the first 2.
Oh,
though.
Goldmember is fucking
Is it?
yes.
Okay, I'll read them out then. You guys know we vote now for who had the worst draft. Who's going to be left off.
Was
So
the worst?
yes, who do you think was the worst? So put it in your phone or put it, if you have a piece of paper to write on, do that. I'll read through them right now. How are you going to write yours already? You don't know who's who.
What do you mean?
I wrote. We write.
Oh,
it
you
down
wrote
as
it
we
already?
go, Yeah, I
All
always
right.
do that.
I have nothing with me. I just wrote on what the draft order was. I'll say the draft order.
Well, hold on. I'm going to read through it, and then we'll do it. Glenny, Goodfellas, Big Daddy, Taken, Forrest Gump, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, Eddie, Lion King, Roadhouse, The Goonies, Titanic, Heavyweights, White Sox Dave, Shawshank Redemption, Dumb and Dumber, Independence Day, Pulp Fiction, Aladdin, Klemmer, The Godfather, The Dark Knight, The Shining, The Office Space, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Chief, Gladiator, Die Hard, Toy Story, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Tommy Boy. So write down who you guys think took the last spot.
Who gets voted off?
Yeah.
Who gets voted off? That's what this is. That's a tough one for me.
Can I text you, Eddie?
Well, you could just
You just
could
hold it up on your phone.
Yeah, you could type it on your phone, Glenn. You could just hold
My
it
phone's
up.
charging and outside.
All right, you could just say it then.
Yeah, just have Glenn go first.
Hold on 1 second. I need to get mine in gear here.
Wait, are we doing it in order?
It's kind of all at once.
Yeah, it's like a big reveal.
So 3, 2, 1. Just say who it is, Glenn.
Who I'm voting off?
Yeah,
Chief.
All right,
Glenn.
Glenn. All right. So 2 votes for. I voted for Glenny.
Glenn.
You voted for Glenny. Chief voted for me. Klemmer voted for me.
We're for Eddie.
So Glenny, you're the tiebreaker. You got to change your vote, and you got to vote for me or yourself. So it's me.
I'm sorry. I thought we and you both had great. Both great drafts.
I
Well,
love
wait,
your
why is
draft.
he the tiebreaker?
Well, he's the only one that
So
was
he voted
opposite
for me,
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you.
out of the 2.
right? So they had a
Yeah.
runoff effectively.
It was-
And he
yeah, it
threw
was a
his
runoff.
support behind himself.
Yeah, there was,
We should have an actual runoff for this. Get your ass out here. We do this thing called a runoff where we go out to the alley when we want to settle disputes, and
I don't know. Glenny
you
Ball's
line up
super
at the same
fast.
part of the alley, and whoever can get to the other side of the alley quicker.
That's the runoff.
That's the
There's
runoff.
no way I had the worst draft. There's no
I think
way.
Eddie, I
did.
just want to
Roadhouse
say,
is-
I feel like me and you had very similar mindsets for this. So if I win, we both win.
Yeah, true. And to be fair, Glenn, I loved your draft. It's just I didn't know your last one.
Yeah, the
So
last
that's why-
one, Big
I had
Daddy
the
did
last
it for
one.
me.
I know. I fucked up.
Yeah.
I would have
top.
taken. Hey, I would have taken Beauty and the Beast, but I honestly haven't seen Beauty and the Beast in a long time.
Yeah, I thought Klemmer should have got a vote too, but
What?
yeah.
I would have voted for Klemmer next.
Mine was steady between Klemmer and Chief.
Yeah,
And I
Chiefs
got to
kinda
see
sucks,
Klemmer
too.
outside in like
Oh,
5
it
seconds.
doesn't.
I said Chief.
You don't even mean that. You don't mean that.
All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you guys for hopping on. That's today's draft. Don't forget Thursday, doing Taxi Driver with Robbie and Rico. So watch that before then. It's like an hour and 45 minutes. It's on HBO Max, and we're gonna try
Enjoy it.
those out.
It's a very important. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Awesome.
Great movie.
endorsement, Klemmer endorsement. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.
But
Thanks, boys.